Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a look at our weather week ahead, and fortunately not looking as hot as we've seen recently, as we did see the hottest temperature in years yesterday with a record high in Shreveport of 105. Will probably be more than 10 degrees cooler than that today and for the next couple of days as temperatures return to more normal levels. Quite a few clouds over the Arklatex this afternoon, but nothing significant as far as rainfall, and that probably will continue to be the case here for the next few days. One thing that we will be watching is a disturbance that is now over the northern Gulf of Mexico. I'll talk about this with the Hurricane Center in a second, but this is forecast to move into South Texas, and we actually could see this moisture gradually return back to the north and east and maybe enhance our rainfall chances late this week, I should say, giving us some beneficial rainfall. More on the projections of how much to expect here in a second. Meantime, the next few days mainly looking dry, as tonight we'll see the partly cloudy sky across the Arklatex, not really looking at anything significant as far as rain. Tomorrow, expect the mix of clouds and sunshine, as once again we likely will stay dry with near normal temperatures. Tomorrow night looking clear to partly cloudy across the Arklatex, and then for Wednesday we will see the mix of clouds and sunshine, still a bit of a northeasterly wind, and as a result not too bad on the humidity and not really much as far as any rainfall chances. Now, longer range, before I talk about the 10-day outlook, let's show you the outlook from the National Hurricane Center. And we do have two disturbances in the Atlantic, one of which is likely going to become a tropical depression, but it is forecast to move into Central America. Okay, so that's not going to be or play a role in the weather here in the Arklatex. There is a slight chance that this disturbance could form into a depression, but it is forecast by most models to basically move something like this, so it is likely not going to impact our weather. What could is this disturbance, very weak area of or basically upper level disturbance, which is expected to possibly organize in the next couple of days, and as I mentioned, will move to the south and west and then eventually begin to move back through much of Texas, and that's what's going to be depicted here in the longer range models. So let me show you the pattern here for the next 10 days, and you'll see that disturbance right in here moving into South Texas. Notice the upper level ridge has retreated well to our west. That's one reason why it's cooled off quite a bit. And we'll see this disturbance again, South Texas by Tuesday. It'll then begin to move back to the north, and you can see it will be over the eastern half of Texas by Friday. And Friday, Saturday, probably the 2 days that we will have the best chance of rain the way it looks right now, and then we'll see that system clear, and the upper level ridge will try to build back over the southern sections of the country here by the first half of next week. You can see by Monday that ridge centered very close to the Arklatex, and it will kind of sit here for a few days as we go through next week, and that's going to allow another gradual warming trend as we go through next week, possibly back up close to 100 by the end of next week. Now, rainfall potential, pretty good agreement in the models. We do have one outlier showing a band of very heavy rain over the northern sections of the Arklatex. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on this projection. You can see the vast majority of the models showing Shreveport, Texarkana, half an inch to an inch, a little bit perhaps heavier totals over the south, but we'll have to keep an eye on that system in the Gulf of Mexico. Anything tropical, again, does have the potential of dropping some rather heavy rain, and actually it would be beneficial rain. Any rain that we get this time of year, as long as it's not too fast and too much too fast, is beneficial rain. So that being said, your forecast for tonight is looking partly cloudy. We'll see temperatures across the area that will be mild. Temperatures below normal tonight. Mid to upper 60s at most locations. 68 degrees tonight in Shreveport, 64 in Texarkana. Tomorrow, temperatures close to normal in Shreveport with a high at 93, 88 in Texarkana, 86 in Idabel, 93 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow in Center. You can see the normal high this time of year now up to 93 degrees. So pretty typical for the end of June as far as temperatures over most of the Arklatex tomorrow. Your 10-day forecast does show a bit of an uptick in those rainfall chances starting Thursday. That threat of rain will reach its peak Friday and Saturday and then slowly decline as we head towards the 4th of July. You can see highs, this should say 93 for the high Saturday, as we will see those highs back up close to 100 by the end of next week for the 4th of July. Very small chance for the afternoon thunderstorm with highs in the mid to and maybe even a few upper 90s for Thursday. So all in all, it looks dry for the next few days with near normal temperatures, as our rainfall chances will likely begin to increase as we go towards the end of the work week.